This is a little bit tighter than I recall. God, there's a hell of a drop down to your left. Ah! Hello, darlings. You join me on Friday afternoon. And I'm going to work. But hold on. Leave that knob alone. Don't even think about turning off. Yes, I'm driving to work. But no, it's not just going to be the normal, boring driving to work video. Oh no. It's going to be a different boring driving to work video. We're going to have a little adventure on the way to work, darlings. We've left a little earlier than normal. Daffodils.
Turn left onto Maslow Road.
Yeah, we've left a little earlier than usual. Whoops, a daisy. Boom. And we are going to Matlock Bath. Oh yes.
Turn right.
So what are we going to Matlock Bath for? Well, I never need much of an excuse, do I? Because I absolutely adore the place. But we do have a very specific purpose this afternoon. We are going to pick up what I hope will be a Facebook Marketplace bargain. Now, as those of you who watch my nightly live streams will know, I am going to have a little bit of an adventure at the end of this month and the beginning of next month. A couple of days. And in order for that adventure to work out, I need to buy some things, some bits. Now, I can't afford to buy them new. I'm always bloody poor at the best of times, aren't I? But last month and this month on YouTube for me have been terrible, like the worst months since I became monetized. So funds are even further down than they would normally be. And why am I stuck behind a bleeding van doing 3 miles a fortnight? Right, either put your foot down or turn off, son, please. Because, you know, honestly. Oh, God. 20 miles an hour, darlings. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm no fan of speed freaks hooning around my beautiful Peak District roads. But, you know, don't bleeding dawdle either. Yes, I know it's lovely, but some of us have got places to get to. Oh, Christ almighty, how slowly do you want to go around this corner? Piss it out. Shall I do it? Shall I do it? Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I need to buy some bits and I just can't afford to do it. I can't afford to buy them new. So I've been having to ravage eBay and Facebook Marketplace, which is good fun, really. It's it adds an extra element to things when you have to like look around charity shops, thrift shops, Facebook Marketplace, eBay. Makes it a bit more fun in a way, a bit more. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sodding off, you ridiculously slow silver person.
In about 1.5 miles, turn left onto Ely Lane.
So I had an eBay bargain turn up in the post this morning that I am utterly delighted with. It was a 99p start auction and I won the item for £2.67, admittedly plus postage and packing. So I am well and truly over the moon with that. And hopefully this little thing that I'm picking up now will also turn out to be a splendiferous bargain. Now, you might notice that I'm not telling you what these things are. And I can't, because my little adventure is a big secret, and it's going to remain a secret. And if I told you what these little things were that I was buying, you would be easily able to guess the nature of the adventure. And I don't want you to. I want it to be a marvellous surprise. So you can come with me to pick it up, but you're not allowed to know what it is. Sorry. I must admit that the fact that this thing is in Matlock Bath pleases me enormously, because, it's a silly way of thinking, I suppose, but Matlock Bath is a rather special place to me. So anything that comes from Matlock Bath is automatically better than it would be if it came from somewhere else. Now that... Do you have to keep interrupting me? Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by my own sat-nav, and I don't know why I've got the sat-nav on. I know where I'm going. I think I've got it on because it will hopefully lead me to the actual house. But I know perfectly well where I'm going. Yeah, Matlock Bath, special place to me. My first run-in with Matlock Bath was on one of the adventures. Well, right, I'm silencing you. That's better. Yeah, my first encounter with Matlock Bath was on an adventure with Mum. Now, when she passed her driving test, we used to go on adventures, which were basically road trips. Now, we didn't have much money, so we couldn't usually afford to go anywhere that cost money to go to. So we wouldn't be like going to Alton Towers or something like that. The money would go on petrol in the tank. We would go for a drive, and maybe we'd share a bag of chips by the river or something like that. And I loved those road trips. We would have music on in the car, or early audiobooks on cassette, or good old Radio 4. And we never used to know where we would go. Well, God knows, Mum certainly never knew where she was bloody going. She had the worst sense of direction of any human being I've ever encountered in my life. I've known people who have been dead for over a week who had a better sense of direction than my mum. But anyway, we had adventures, and one day we ended up, without knowing where we were or what it was, we ended up at Matlock Bath. And that was quite exciting for a child, because there were cliffs and there were cable cars. And if you were a kid in the 1970s or 1980s, a cable car was a jolly exciting thing. And if you're me, it still is a jolly exciting thing. I still get jolly excited by cable cars. Can't wait till the Heights of Abraham opens in a week or two. And And it was kind of, I remember it being a mixture of excitement, but also disappointment that it was quite late in the day and we didn't have any money, so we couldn't actually do any of the things that can be done at Matlock Bath. So it was kind of a drive-through, a stop, a looky. And that was about your lot. And then I can't remember why and when I next went back. We certainly never went back when I was a child or a teenager. So I'm not sure when I would have first gone back. It would have been as an adult. And I don't remember ever doing it as a trip, either alone or with friends or with a girlfriend or partner or anything of that nature. So it's perfectly possible that I didn't go back to Matlock Bath until I was living up here with Mags. And the first time we went could well have been for the Boxing Day raft race, as it used to be. Going quiet while I just figure out the best way to go. Go in here, and then we will cut. Oh, yeah, don't mind me, Mrs. Lexus lady. You just carry on. So Matlock Bath became a thing when I was living up here, and when I got married we used to go, well, we certainly used to go every Boxing Day for the raft race. That was wonderful, many happy memories of that. And then the next time Matlock Bath really played a part was in a fantasy life. Me and Bernard, when we used to endlessly text each other, we had a fantasy life going in Matlock Bath. In our fantasy, we started you know what I mean, when a fantasy thing. So we created a story and we would take it in turns to narrate the story in our messages to each other. Can be quite a sweet thing to do when you're courting. Anyway, this turned out not to be sweet at all, because we started a new life together in a gorgeous place in Matlock Bath. But it all went a bit tits up, because according to Bernard, I got my friend in Malta pregnant, and then threw Bernard off the balcony of our fantasy place when we had an argument about me impregnating my friend. So that was a suboptimal end to that particular fantasy. And then the next time, the next time that Matlock Bath came into play was with Boo. And it started off with taking Little Miss to Gulliver's Kingdom. It was when Boo and I were courting. Boo was still living in Leicester. I was looking for days out for us, and Gulliver's Kingdom, why not? I'd never been. Thought it might be nice for Little Miss. And so, yeah, we headed off to Gulliver's Kingdom, Matlock Bath. And I fell in love with Gullies. We both fell in love with Gullies. And we both fell in love with Matlock Bath. And so we developed our own fantasy of starting a new life together in Matlock Bath. Except that this one came true. And we did it. We got our fantasy cottage in Matlock Bath, moved there, started a new life, and Boo actually went to work at Gullies and did very, very well there. So, yeah. So the Boo fantasy went rather better than the Bernard fantasy. But there you go, Matlock Bath, special place, and that's why I'm delighted to be coming here to pick up a little Facebook marketplace bargain, because it will be a lucky thing. Oh, and also where I'm picking it up from. Now, when we came to Matlock Bath to start looking for a new home, the first place that we fell in love with was up where we're going now, and we both, well, all three of us, me, Boo and Little Miss, all fell head over heels in love with it. But we decided it was just going to be too impractical. You'll see why as we go on, and we settled on somewhere else instead. So this is going to be a functional trip, collecting something that we need, but also a little trip up or down memory lane, and a chance for you guys to have a drive through Matlock Bath, and that's always a nice thing, isn't it? We'll be coming back here very, very soon to do our first visit to the Heights of Abraham, which you can possibly see ahead of us. Well, you can see the cable cars up to it anyway. Oh, they're going. They're not supposed to be going. It's Friday. And they've got people in them, I think. I thought they were only open Saturday and Sunday. Oh, I must check out the website. Because if they're already fully open, which I'm sure they're not, maybe it's Friday, Saturday and Sunday they're open. Because if they're fully open, I'll be going next week. Yellow car, no return. Right then, darlings, this is where it's going to get a little bit funky. God, it's like heading up the Ormonds landed now, isn't it? Now, I wonder if I'll be able to recognise the place we almost moved into. I remember walking all around here during the pandemic. It was wonderful. Are you beginning to see what I mean about it being potentially a little impractical? Imagine the school run for a start. I mean, it's gorgeous and the views were spectacular, but my God, yeah, not practical. Whee. This is a little bit tighter than I recall. Ooh. You can see the marks on the wall where other vehicles judged it less well than I just did. God, it feels like the car's going to fall over backwards. The views. Gosh, it's a few years since I've been up here. The last time I was literally on this road, as I say, was on one of our walks during the pandemic. God, there's a hell of a drop down to your left. Ah! Right, what I'm going to have to do now is park here and walk back down to where the house is, because as you saw, there's nowhere to stop. What a view though. Right, back in a minute. It's a long way down. Right. Let's go for a little walk under the moon of love. See down to the parade there? Ah, memories, memories, memories. I want to tell you that I love you, and I want you to be my girl. Let's walk, let's talk, under the moon of love. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, blimey. A little bit out of puff. Okay, they were just the nicest people in the world ever. Now, all we've got to do now is get back down the hill, hopefully without meeting anything coming the other way. Here we go. I just ran up that hill. I've got to stop doing things like that. I'm not 11 years old anymore. Right. Oh crap, the drop's going to be on my side now. Does make you feel a bit tricky. Oh, sticky out a bit. Do you see what I mean then? This would have been a stunning place to live, but just not practical. Right, first narrow bit there. View down to the right, wow. Right, up to your left, let me just reverse a bit. Just recognise them. Right, up to your left you can just see the edge of a little row of cottages. It was one of those we were looking at. It was that one. Oh, you can't see. You can't see. The views from the garden, my God. Amazeballs. But I said, imagine trying to move in. Imagine trying to get a bloody washing machine in and... oh, hell's teeth. This is a steep bit, isn't it? Oh, don't make me have to reverse up here. Oh, and now we've got the madly narrow bit. Oh, I'll tell you what. I can do this, can't I? Oh, apparently I can't. I thought I could move my mirrors in electrically. Oh, I can. There we go. That's given us a little bit more wiggle room. Oh, God, that is tight. God, imagine living in this one on the right. Please do not force your vehicle through the gap. How the hell else do we get through? Oh, there we go. Right, how do I put my mirrors back out now? Ah, there we are. Excellent. So, those gates on the left there, that's the way to get up to the Heights of Abraham if you are staff or deliveries. They don't tell you, but actually there are 2 roads up to the top that they don't tell you about. They tell you the only way to get up is to walk or use the cable cars. But no, there's that road up there, service road for staff and deliveries. There's also a secret road round the back of the hill that's used by the fire service for specific training. Oh, and the thing I've got is just perfect. And they were the sweetest, loveliest people. And I told them what it's going to be used for, and they were very excited about that, and so that's lovely. It all just adds to the warm feeling about the whole doings. And here we are, dropping back down. What time is it? Oh, Christ. 16 minutes to get to work. I'm sure I used to be able to do work in about 15 minutes from when I was commuting here from Matlock Bath. Man with beard. Point to me. Oh, he's a nice man with a beard. Nice man or wrong 'un. He was a nice man. Right, so we will chuck a right, head out of the village the other side and pick up the A6 heading towards Ambergate, and then we can head off to Ripley. Tractor! And here we go, darlings. Look up and you can see where we've just been. That is pretty much the high point of the village in terms of residential. Those are the highest homes in Matlock Bath. standard traffic bottleneck. See, this was the other problem with living here. Overrun with tourists. When you wanted to do the school run, you had to battle the traffic. Bikers were a pain in the arse early on Sunday morning. There's Wiffle Waffle on the right, Boo and Little Miss's favourite. Restoration Cafe, that was where Boo first worked in Matlock Bath, and she worked at the Restoration Cafe even before we moved here. So we were kind of half living here before we lived here. Boo got the job there and kind of moved in with me at Windy Bum, her and Little Miss, and we used to commute here, but then obviously we made the full move and finally we get off. So Gullies is up to our right hand side. And up this road to the right is the beautiful little village school that made such a difference to Little Miss. My God, they were amazing. They were amazing. Had a sneaky glance at where I used to live. Didn't look any different. Shed door was still the same colour that we painted it together. That's a lie. She painted it. Alright. Finally the lights change. Always a long haul there, it's a four-way. Right, just the slog down the A6 now, my lovelies. Just about to go over the river here, darlings. That's the River Derwent. Around the corner here you've got Standwell station. Lovely little station on the beautiful Derwent Valley line, and there's a train in the station. It's just leaving, heading towards, well, the next station is Cromford, then Matlock Bath and Matlock. Great British car journey on our right hand side. And then this is Ambergate, and we go underneath the Derwent Valley line and partially underneath the station. Well, oh, bloody hell. I thought I was never going to get here, honestly. The traffic, the roadworks, the endless traffic lights. Bloody hell. That journey has taken a good 17 minutes longer than it really ought to have. Oh. So, better late than never, I guess. Time to go and see what's what. Okay, darlings, well, it's dark and wet, and you probably can't see a thing, and the picture's probably all blurry, but there you go. You're not really missing much. It was an uneventful night, little quiet for a Friday, but not too bad. I've left them all having a party to celebrate the old 5-star hygiene thing. So they're all stuffing themselves with Momo and drinking good things. I've brought mine home with me, and I'll have my celebratory Momo and chutney after the live. Oh, we did a little picture as well, a little publicity pic. So it's been an unremarkable but not unpleasant night. But the drive to work, well, that was something, wasn't it? And I am a very happy boy indeed. And that brings us nicely to Windy Bum and the end of the video. So, lowering my voice because my neighbour's bedroom light is on. Let me wish you a safe and peaceful night and a good day ahead. I hope there's some pleasure for you to take from it. Thank you for your company as always. Wouldn't be the same without you. And can't wait to see you next time. In the meantime, much love from me and a very good night.